everybody's saying, yo, you got to watch this fifth. You got to watch this fifth. I watched the fifth. I watched this fifth from beginning to end. And so if you didn't watch this fifth, first of all, this is Fam versus Jackson State. And this is their fifth quarter. Jackson State actually played the same song prior to FAMU playing. This is the first song that they played. And I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. I'm going to tell you why I wasn't a fan, but let's listen some more. But I'm going to tell you why I wasn't a fan. So first off, kids are excited, fans are excited. I don't take anything away from that. All right. So let me be very clear. Let me run down the reasons why, or let me run down a couple of things before I get into why I wasn't a fan. One, I'm not saying their arrangement is poor. I actually think their arrangement was done pretty doggone well. One thing that we all know from FAM is that you're going to have a decent arrangement. There's not too many times that I can remember when a poor arrangement ever came out of FAM. Let that be clear. Two, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're playing a rap tune, because FAM has played rap music and up-to-date music for years. So that's nothing. That has no bearing on it. Absolutely at all. The reason why I'm not a fan is because historically this isn't indicative of what FAMU does, right? The shouting baritones playing past the bell, the hanging over trumpet, like, to me, let me put it to you in this context. If you've ever seen the Matrix trilogy, right? We remember when Agent Smith kept going around making copies of himself, to the point to where the Matrix then became infected with a specific the Smith disease, right? And it was the same copy of everything everywhere. And it just wasn't good for the Matrix. That's kind of where I'm seeing not even just band, culture is shifting. Where we all have to look alike. We all have to, well, not necessarily look alike, but we all have to sound alike. We all have to think alike. We all got to move the same way, have the same thought process. And the problem with that is, where do you get creativity? Where do you get difference of opinion? Where do you get anything that challenges, I guess you want to even say, the status quo? Like, where do you start? Where do you draw the line of saying, I want to be different, I'm going to stand out? Everybody doesn't have to be the same, right? And we're seeing this in our normal everyday culture. If I don't think like you, if I don't agree with you, then I cancel you. I try to get you doxxed, like all of these different things. And this is just normal everyday life and culture, right? And I'm seeing this happen before our eyes, or before my eyes, in the band world. This is not what I know that FAM to be. Has FAM played rap music in the past? Yes. Has FAM had have had Big Sound playing rap music in the past? Absolutely. Have I seen FAM do this before? No. Now, have I seen every FAM performance? I would argue that no, I haven't. But the ones that I've been privy to, whether I was face to face or whether I watched it on fifth quarter clips back in the day, or all the other pages and all that back in the day, to this point now where we got YouTube, I don't remember seeing FAM in this particular kind of space. And I just don't. It just doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't. I don't feel it, right? Because fam has been fam based on who they've always been. Quality of sound, quality of sound, big band, staying within the context of the tessitura of their horns, not overplaying, not stretching the horn, none of that. Like, that's never been a thing that I've known fam to be. And to see fam go to this space, in my opinion, just looks like conformity. Just because you're in the SWAC. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people were like, bro, if fam's going to be in the SWAC, they got to start playing like they're in the SWAC. I beg to differ. I believe that you being different sets you apart, and there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe it's just the old guy thinking. Maybe it's me just being an old guy. Because don't get it twisted. I am for I like I like my ratchetness every now and then. I just can't. I don't want ratchet everywhere. I like to hear. I've said this before. I don't mind hearing bands crank up. I enjoy it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. At the same time, I don't want to hear you crank up all the time. Right? I don't mind going into the city, but sometimes I want to leave the city and I just want to come to an area where I can just chill. So I want to go out to the country. I want to go out to the suburbs. But then when I want city life, I'm gonna go to the city life. And when I don't want it, I don't want it. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a difference or varying versions of programs, and conforming to the masses is just odd to me to see it from fam. It just is. It just is. And I know there may be people out there who don't think like that. I do, and that's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. But again, for me, it wasn't what I know fam to be. That's just me. And then again, crowd was excited, crowd was hyped, students were excited, students were hyped. And here's the kicker with all of that, right? As an educator, now I'm putting my educator hat on for a second. As an educator, the reality is, isn't this what you want? Right? Isn't this what you want your kids to be excited about what they're doing, and that you want them to feel good about what they're doing, and you want them to compete, right? So that is the conflicting life of what it means to be Luke, right? Because I have one part of my brain as just a fan of saying, this don't rock with me. But I have another part of my brain as an educator that says, you're appealing to your students and probably behind closed doors, probably what the students have asked for specifically in this generation, right? And so now you've brought a different level of visibility, not only to the program in and of itself, but now you've got different eyes there who may not have seen fam in this particular space, students, right? High school students, because I think this was a high school day, who may not have seen fam in this particular aura, and they're like, oh, shoot, this may be the new hotness. You know what I'm saying? So as an educator, it's an interesting thing to think about from both perspectives. But I can tell you, once I take that educator hat off, I wasn't a fan. And I think I think they played one more song like this. Now, I will also say that during the rest of the fifth, they were pretty much fam. But I don't know. This one kind of just took me out. So that's just my thoughts, man. But you guys tell me your thoughts inside of the comment section. How did y'all feel about? Did y'all watch the whole fifth, first of all? But how did you feel about this approach to fam? Have you seen it before? Have you seen this style of approach to fam? And I'm not talking about within the past, 5 or so years. I'm really talking about like old school fam, early 2000s, 90s, 80s, so on and so forth? Have you seen fam in this light? But you guys tell me all that in the comment section. Don't forget, you can stop by our store, get anything you want, get 30% off your purchase. I was about to say 20, but get 30% off of your purchase. All you have to do is type in HBCU band. Outside of that, man, tell me y'all thoughts in the comment section. I'll let y'all later. Peace.